Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Man, I vividly remember this commercial. This was Kmart on its way out. Let's be real here. This is at the end of Kmart being a big store. They were trying to shift it to online, and you know what? Whoever came up with this ad, they did a great job. I know you didn't save the company, but it's only so much you can't do as a marketing director. This sticks in my head. This commercial, okay, the PBS onomatopoeia commercial, I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Onomatopoeia.
I'd like to tell you about onomatopoeia.
I mean, the Kraft macaroni and cheese commercial.
Cheese me.
Shout out to Kmart, man. I missed him as a whole. It was a staple in my childhood. I was up there all the time. It was like 2 minutes away from my house. You know, you could get all your groceries. I could get a WWE championship belt and a PSP game up there for like $40. I loved Kmart. Look, to me, it's a little crazy to think how legendary this commercial was, and let me tell you, it physically could not save this company from its impending doom. I literally vividly remember being in my house, hearing this commercial for the first time, and turning my head immediately, being like, they're talking about shitting their pants on national television? First comment says, I also enjoyed the big ass savings commercial.
30 cents a gallon? That's a big-ass discount.
Big-ass discount.
A really big-ass discount.
Really big-ass discount.
Honey, this solves your big-ass problem.
Another comment says, one of the best commercials ever. A third comment says, this ship never gets old. It's true. That was like literally such a basic, simple, poignant commercial. You would have thought AI made that.
Come to Kmart every Friday and Saturday for our Better Than Black Friday sales.
This week, men's BE jeans are only $6.99. Cozy fleece throws just $3.99. And a Panasonic 42-inch class plasma TV only $549.99.
They're smart. And there's Kmart Smart.
And they ran that for multiple Black Fridays and Christmases. I remember that the song going along with that commercial even brings me back memories. And yeah, it's funny because the jeans are dirt cheap. $7 for some jeans. And then it says, yeah, only $549 for a 720p 40-inch TV. Nowadays, that exact TV at Best Buy, okay, let's call it Insignia brand or whatever, but that exact TV with that size and that resolution, $80, $75, it's nothing. If you get that at a pawn shop, probably $40. First comment says, dang, that TV was almost $600. Funny, everything else went up, but TVs went down. I can't explain it to you.
I just finished visiting the last remaining Kmart in the entire country and was shocked by what I saw. So the last remaining Kmart is deep in the Miami suburbs in a random strip mall. And the store feels like it's straight out of the 90s, but not in a good way. There's a weird stale Toys R Us smell. Inside you'll find old toys that kids wouldn't even want to play with, airport-style Miami merch, and chuggy clothing. But the worst part is probably in the food section. The way the food was lined up in a single row on old Blockbuster shelves is very strange.
Negative.
And a lot of the food was just messed up. Like, I don't know what's on these Pepsi bottles or these peaches. And I noticed that some of the food is already expired, like this popcorn and cheese crisps. I guess that's why almost everything on the store is on sale. But even still, I don't know why you would shop here. It still looks like they have blue light specials at every store, which is funny because this is the only store. I also saw practically no customers, except there are some people that go and visit the store and just take pictures, almost like it's a tourist attraction. Not sure how long this last Kmart will last, but as always, follow for more food adventures.
I mean, I could see how that becomes a tourist destination. If there was still one near me, I would go visit it just for that. The last one near me was, oh my God, the last one I went to was in Belleville, Michigan. Let me see. Let me look this up. Wow, the Kmart store located at 2095 Rawsonville Road in Belleville, Michigan, officially closed in December 2019. None of the stuff was on sale good enough to buy it. We went and looked at the jewelry. We went and looked at the candy. None of it was worth buying. We walked out of there with nothing. I'm curious how and if they even receive new merchandise now, because there wouldn't be a distribution center shipping out items for just one small store. The toys look like they're all dead stock. At that point, you could have one person just trying to shop for all your stuff. Screw a distribution center. You literally need one guy just stocking the store. One dude stocking it. One dude full-time checking people out. That's your whole store. One janitor, bingo, boom, bango. That's it. Another comment says, can someone fact check if this is the only Kmart left? That's the one thing I will say. I do believe at this point it is down to one Kmart now, but Every one of these videos says, come with me to visit the last Kmart ever, and they're all different Kmarts, so I don't know who's telling the truth here. It says, as of May 2025, there are 5 Kmart stores still operating in the United States territories. The first one, Miami, Florida, the one this guy's at right here in this video. The last remaining Kmart on the U.S. mainland. Wow. 2 Kmart locations remain operational in St. Thomas, and 1 Kmart is in St. Croix. And there's one last one in Guam. Wow. So in the middle of the ocean are the last Kmarts outside of Miami, which is still damn near in the middle of the ocean. Wow. In its peak in the 1990s, Kmart operated approximately 2,500 stores across the United States, and now we're down to 5.
Today I would like to take you on a trip to Kmart. And you may be saying to yourselves, Kmart? I haven't been to a Kmart in forever. The one near me closed. That's right. There are only 3 Kmarts left in the continental United States, and one of them is right here in Westwood, New Jersey. As you go in, you see these lovely homemade signs. I imagine they get a lot of teens just messing around. Don't do that, children. That's not nice. Now, I was impressed as I walked in. They did have a lot of the summer goods right up in the front, which is nice to see.
They know what they're doing. Even though they failing, they know what they're doing.
The fashion section, it's clear they did not hire whoever's doing the trendy looks at Walmart here.
Look like Barbara's summer closet.
A little sad. But hey, at least it is cheap. $3.99 right here in the home decor section. Have you ever seen clothes displayed like this?
I would have bought some of them shirts. I would have bought some of them.
Now, they do have some off-season wear, highly discounted. These coats actually come out to about $12 full price. I may buy one for my daughter. Large selection of winter hats.
Too many hats. Way too many hats.
More very cheap long sleeve shirts, as well as blankets, bags. The toy section is quietly. It is well filled. Toy inventory probably keeps the place afloat.
Yep. I'm telling you, the most we would go there when I was younger was because I wanted to get a new WWE wrestling belt. I had $10 to spend, and I could get the new WWE Spinning Championship belt, which I still have at my parents'. I'm almost positive it's somewhere there. First comment says, I can literally still smell the Kmart smell as you walk in. I haven't been in one in 15 years. That's how I still feel. There's such a department store dead air scent to Kmart's that's some could call gross, but it's nostalgic to me. If you never went to a Kmart, you'd probably be looking at this like, why do you feel any type of way about this? It was a staple in my childhood. There was one right next to my house growing up, so it was like really a big thing growing up. Even if I wasn't gonna get nothing, I liked to go there to look at this stuff. Another comment says, I miss Kmart so much. Yeah, man, there's just something about that dead department store that I just miss, man. Oh my god. Oh. Funny thing is, when I see the Kmart cafe, it brings me back memories of walking past it, smelling it, and my dad telling us, no, we don't have money for that. We came in here to get fertilizer. We're getting fertilizer, and we're going home. Oh my god. Man, they had everything. First comment says, how the hell does something like this go out of business? Because they didn't stick with the times. Nobody wanted to go there. And yeah, they had a lot of stuff, but I mean, long before Kmart closed, the one that was by us, that cafe was closed so long before that. That cafe died years before the whole business died. It was just an empty, dead cafe. Oh. That Rochester Kmart, man, I used to just only strictly go there to go into the Little Caesars cafe and walk back out. And now that I think about it, was Kmart and Little Caesars working together because they were both Michigan companies? Maybe, but maybe it was just happenstance. But look at that, 2 Michigan companies working together. And now only one of them is surviving, and boy, are they thriving. Little Caesars, man, those new little goddamn pizza puffs. First comment says, I wish I could start from the beginning again. Yeah, that's when you look at stuff, that's what I think nostalgia is wrapped up, okay? It's just a feeling of like, damn, I didn't realize at the time how good I had it, and now I do. And I wish I could go back to Kmart. I wish I could go back and enjoy those trips even more than I did. And I did. I enjoyed them at the time, but I wish I could go back to just really live in the moment even more. And you know what? When we went there, I didn't even have a smartphone. I didn't even have a regular phone. Even the store closing sign was the matching one from my hometown and the one I went to in Belleville. So did they probably group sent out those store closing signs? That's sad, man. And yeah, a lot of ours remain vacant to this day. And it's funny, first comment says storage units now, plus Chipotle, plus more places they're building. The one in Detroit on Telegraph immediately, and the one in Waterford, Michigan, became humongous U-Haul, like where you get you can buy a storage unit and you can rent a moving van for the day. That's funny though. That comment shows that U-Haul most likely profited off the closing of Kmart. Let me type this into ChatGPT to see if it gives me anything. Let's see. Yes, U-Haul has strategically benefited from the closure of Kmart stores by acquiring and repurposing several former Kmart properties into self-storage and moving service facilities. This initiative is part of the U-Haul's adaptive reuse program, which focuses on converting vacant commercial buildings into functional spaces for their operations. For instance, in 2019, U-Haul acquired 13 former Kmart and Sears locations across 10 states, investing approximately $62 million through its affiliate, a Merco Real Estate Company. These properties were transformed into self-storage and truck rental facilities, aligning with U-Haul's sustainability goals and expanding their service offerings.
We found Michigan's last Kmart, and it actually is poppin'. It looks like 1984 in here.
And you know, I can tell that's Michigan too. Them back rows right there, all them little... Man, I love country Michigan. If you're from Michigan or even around here, countryside Michigan is unbelievable. Northern Michigan is so pretty. And this just reminds me of those little farm towns. That's the only way it can survive. It's the same way they're talking about like Dollar General is kind of taking over the earth, or at least all of America. I don't notice it that bad where I live. It's, you know, a really metropolitan city, Ann Arbor is. But go to those little cities in Michigan and those little cities anywhere, those little farm towns, and it's like they literally have to survive off their Dollar General. Their Dollar General is where you go to get your milk and eggs. And while we're at it, if you made it this far in the video, please give me a subscribe. I try to put out at least at the bare minimum 2 of these videos a week. Drop a subscribe. There's more socio-economic videos on the way. And you might as well hop in the comments too, because as of now, I'm responding to every comment that gets put onto one of my videos. What's up? Back to the video.
Eating at the Kmart cafe in the 80s, something today's kids will never experience. Who remembers the cafe inside Kmart? I bet you can already smell that iconic popcorn scent.
$1.99.
Back in the day, millions of shoppers would stop by for a cup of coffee and cake, crinkle-cut fries with gravy, or even a jelly cup. Let's take a look at the 80s menu. You'd go to Kmart to grab a quart of Valvoline motor oil and end up staying for a hearty, juicy bacon cheeseburger and a cup of coffee.
$2.19.
To this day, I still can't believe one of the best burgers I've ever had came from there. Oh, and right next to it was a Little Caesars pizza spot. It didn't taste like any other pizza place. I swear the quality was way better back then. And shopping at Target back then was a whole vibe too. Neon signs everywhere. Grabbing an ICE and some popcorn while you browse.
Yeah, Target was way different too. Before they just put only Starbucks in all their stores, they used to have the same thing. They had little cafes in Targets, and they had all those light up indigo, I don't know what you even call them, the neon lights all over the entire store, man. And then, yeah, it's funny, the AI showed its ass when it says, yeah, you can get a cup of ICE. It's called an icy. It's just they put a bunch of extra E's at the end. Wow. One of the comments says, who remembers the Target cafe? And one of the responses says, unfortunately, I will never forget them. My mother passed away at one while she was working. Rest in peace, Mom. That is so sad. So not only does he have nostalgia tied to it from, you know, probably eating there and the scent of it, but then he has a terrible memory of his mother leaving this planet at a Target cafe. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. Rest in peace to your mama, man.
Can y'all believe this is how we used to play video games at Walmart? Y'all weren't there and it shows. This is how we built character development right here. Imagine going to the store with your mom even though you don't want to go, and the first thing you ask her as soon as you get to the Walmart or Kmart at the time, let me go to the game section.
Yeah.
And look at how uncomfortable we would be there for an hour or two like this. Shit is crazy. Y'all weren't there and it shows. Look at this poor guy. This is why now all our necks need surgery. Not even chiropractors could fix that.
I was there.
We would be in the gaming section for hours, bro. Whatever time your mom was there, we was not leaving this spot. There wasn't only one game. We had a few demos. People would crowd around you. It was crazy. Every release that would drop, if it was hype enough, we would be playing it on that aisle. What a time to be alive, for real. We could never get back this precious time, yo. Gaming is definitely not the same when we used to be in Walmart and Kmart.
Negative.
Now you don't even have to leave your couch. You could just download the game right to your system. But let me tell this newer generation, y'all missed out. It was a process to choose the right game. You had to test it. You had to see if the people around you was reacting. You had to maintain this position for 2 hours. Man, I miss those times.
And you know what, man? I know it's like a simple thing what he's explaining, but it is. It's gone now. It's funny though, because last time I went to Walmart, I think they actually do still have a PS5 out and maybe an Xbox, whatever the current Xbox out. They have both of those out on the floor to play it. But here's the difference. You don't gotta tilt your head up no more. That shit is eye level, baby. That shit is right there. We're lacking character building events is what I'm telling you. That neck turn, that neck tilt, that built character, baby. But yeah, man, this is a child. Not only that, this kid's fit right here, that was me all day, baby. The sleeveless t-shirt, the plaid shorts, and some black tennis shoes. Man, what? But you know what, man? If you feel what I'm saying and you understand the nostalgia, and even if you don't, even if you've made it this far in the video, hit this video right here. Watch another one. It's another socioeconomic video for your viewing. And it's free. Free 99. Watch it. Watch this video.